Hello and welcome to have a preview of Acron MPM, a comprehensive media project management product. My name is Gunalan Selvam and I am responsible for product management and innovation in Acron. I believe that you would have watched our video on overview of Acron MPM and other videos explaining how best to use the product to your advantage. In this video, I would be walking you through the process of creating a task and associating a deliverable to the task. Well, what is a task? It is a specific work or action to be done by a specific person with a specific time frame. Here you would be seeing there are three tasks in a particular sequence, thus forming a workflow or a project. In MPM, the tasks are always associated with media and hence there are deliverables linked to the tasks. Let us understand the first task here, creating a media. Once a task is assigned to a designer, the designer would be creating multiple variations of either a graphic or a video or a document as requested in the task details. Now, that media has to be submitted against the task so that the workflow can proceed to the next task, brand approval in this simple example. There again, the approver needs the media so that they can open it and scrutinize it before sharing their comments and feedback for approving the media. All this brings us to the next important aspect, deliverable. Deliverable is a placeholder within the tasks to contain and circulate the media that is finally required as per the project, which means the deliverable would define what is required as the media, who should be working on creating the media, who all would be reviewing and approving the media, and finally how the media shall be published and who would be publishing it in the format that is required. In this demo video, I would be showing you how to create a task, types of tasks which are independent task, dependent task, and approval tasks. Later, I will be showing how to create a deliverable in MPM and how to configure the deliverable to meet your workflow requirements. Now, you have logged into your MPM as a project manager and created a new project using the Create from Blank Project option. From inside the Tasks tab of the project, you can create new tasks by clicking on the new icon and then clicking on Task menu. That will open up the new task window where you can configure details of the task. Let's first see how to configure an independent task. Give the task an appropriate name, then provide the name of the task owner here. Define the task priority and select from calendar menu the start date and end date for completing the task. You can also give a brief description about what you want the task owner to do in this task. You will not be defining the predecessor because this is a simple independent task. If you already have defined other tasks in the same project which you want to be executed before the execution of this task, then that task would become the predecessor to this task. You can click on this field to see all the tasks related to this project and select the appropriate predecessor task. That is how you configure a dependent task. You can configure the task as just an approval task, which means there is another task in which you had requested the designer to upload media and that media needs to be reviewed and approved by an approver. Check this checkbox and observe that the predecessor field has changed to delivery package. Here, you can click on this field and select the appropriate media or delivery package that you want the approvers to review as part of this task. In Acron MPM, we also offer an option to mark the task as mandatory by checking the checkbox against review required for revision. More details on this functionality is available in other detailed videos. An approval task can have one approver and multiple reviewers who can influence the approver with their review comments and feedback. You can select those non-approving reviewers from here. This is how you can configure an approval task. Once you have configured the task, you can also opt to save and create one more task by clicking on this arrow and selecting to save and create another task. Now that we have seen how to configure an independent task, dependent task, and an approval task, let's see how to create new deliverables and the different options available to configure the deliverable. Once you have created a task, you can get into the task and find this menu inside. From here, you can click on the new deliverable icon to open the deliverable creation window. Here, you can give an appropriate name to the deliverable, define the priority, and specify the due date accordingly. Here, you have two options. Either you can create the deliverable and define the approver inside here itself, or create another separate task for the approval process like we did earlier. To configure it in that way, you need to click Skip Preview in the deliverable and create a separate approval task and configure this deliverable as its delivery package. Hope you have got an idea on how to create new tasks and deliverable using Acron MPM. Here you can see two fairly complex workflows, and the little red check boxes show that those tasks are mandatory or review required for revision. Using Acron MPM, you can create complex workflows in any permutation and combination to suit your business requirements. Let's meet up again in another sneak peek into our Acron MPM. Want to have a detailed demonstration of our product? Feel free to reach out to us in the links below or shoot out an email to us. Thank you for watching this video.